Hello everyone, I'm back again with another God Guide, and today we're going to take a look at Thor. Now Thor is a jungler, and personally when I think of the jungle role in Smite, Thor is the first guy that comes to mind. He just kind of embodies the jungle role to me. Because he has a great ganking ultimate, he has a lot of damage early, and he can definitely carry the game for your team early game, and even late game when his damage falls off. He still brings enough utility, and he has enough survivability to stay in the fight compared to a lot of other assassins. So for Thor, we're going to take a quick look at the build. Thor's only playing the jungle, so with that, of course we're going to start off with Bumba's Mask. Then you want to get a damage pot, and you got two options you can do with this damage pot. You can either use it in base and get health potions and mana potions, or you can go out into the jungle and use it right before the minions spawn in the jungle, and then just have health potions on you. So there's two. Either way is fine. Just depends what you want. The benefits of using it in base is that you'll get to have mana potions, so you'll be able to sustain a little bit better out in the jungle. The downside is you won't have as much time on the damage pot as if you just waited until right before the jungle camp spawn. And the opposite goes for waiting until the jungle camp, right before the jungle camp spawn, to use it. You won't have any mana potions and you won't have enough sustain, but you will get full use out of the damage pot. Either way is fine, but if you do use it in base, just wait a little bit. Don't just buy it and health potions and just go straight out into the jungle. I mean, don't buy it and then use it and then buy health potions and mana potions to go straight in the jungle. Just buy it, get your health potions, just wait a little while, then use it, and then buy your mana potions, then go in the jungle. So with that, we're going to take a look. These are the three items I think you definitely should have to build on Thor and pretty much any other ability-based god. You should get Warrior Tabby, Yotan's Wrath, and Titan's Bane. These are three very basic items for ability-based gods, and they're kind of necessary for the most part. You can maybe get away with not using Titan's Bane, but I think Titan's Bane's way too good on ability-based gods to not have it. So with these three items, now we're going to take a look at some other damage options. We also have Transcendence. If you're going to get Transcendence, I would build it like I would definitely wait to build it till at least after your third item. You can build it either 4th, 5th, or 6th. Any of those are fine. The stacks on it don't matter at all. And there's no reason to get it early for the stacks because, well, you're in the jungle and it's not always easy to get stacks while you're jungling. Then we got Brawler's Beatstick and the Crusher. I put these two on here because they both just give you penetration, and well, they give you more than just penetration, but the main reason why you want to get them is for the penetration, and penetration is very powerful on ability-based gods. If you got all four of these items, Yotan's, Titan's Bane, Crusher, and Beatstick, you would have max penetration plus the extra percentage penetration from Titan's Bane. You're going to be hitting really, really hard with all these. You'll be giving up some utility if you do that, but it's going to give you a lot of damage. Personally though, I wouldn't really worry about the Crusher. The Crusher has some uses though, but if you got one of those two, I would definitely get Brawler's Beatstick because someone on the enemy team is going to have some form of lifesteal, even if it's just the Hunter, and that's going to be useful to slow her down some. Now, Thor does lose some damage late game, so it's also pretty good to build him slightly tanky because Thor used to be a bruiser way back in the day, and he's still kind of played in the same way a little bit. So with that, we got 4 pretty good options. First one, we got Spirit Robes. It's going to use an extra cooldown reduction, which would be nice. And it also gives you a pretty good bit of protections, both for physical and magical. And you also get damage mitigation if you get CC'd. It's a very good item. If you feel like you need some more physical defense, you can run Mystical Mill. Mystical Mill is very good. It's definitely a much more aggressive defensive item. But if you're also looking for something cheaper, I would probably also So just maybe again Rune Forge Hammer. It'll also give you some power and decent amount of defense. It's a lot cheaper than Mystical Mail, but I think Mystical Mail is a much better choice for Thor in general. Then we got Runic Shield. This is a very overlooked item, but it's definitely not a bad item. This item will give you some item will give you some damage, could give you some magical protection. But the passive on it's actually really good. It's gonna lower the enemy's magical power. It's very good, and it's also gonna decrease their attack speed. So this is gonna affect magical gods and gods that are focused on basic attacks. That's very good. It's a very good utility item that also gives you some damage and some defense. And then we got Pestilence. Thor's a pretty good utility guy, like I said, late game. And if the enemy team has a bunch of healing, well, someone needs to get Pestilence. It's not a bad option. So, why not get Pestilence? It gives you pretty good protections too. And all that stuff. Everything that Thor is not going to complain about. So then we're going to take a look at actives. My preferred choice for actives, since you don't want Hand of the Gods anymore for the jungle role, be getting beads and ages. These are two very good defensive actives. That's just going to make you even harder to kill. It's going to help you get out of really bad situations, along with the Mjolnir's attunement, so you can escape. But you can also do Weakening Curse or Heavenly Agility. These are two very good support actives. Generally, Thor's probably not the one that should get it, but there might be a specific situation where it might be needed on the team and no one else can get it. And Thor's not the worst jungler to buy one of these two on. But generally, 90% of the time, you're going to probably just want beads and aegis. So that's going to be the build. Now, as far as abilities, let's take a look at his passive real quick. His passive is Warrior's Madness. And basically, for each enemy god around him, it only stacks up to 3. So if you have 3 enemy gods around you, you're going to get an extra 45 power. You get 15 power for each stack. You can have a max up to 3. So if there's 3 enemy gods around you, you got 45. And this is why Thor does so much damage early game. He gets a lot. That's a lot of power early game. And this is why he's so effective early. He can get a lot of kills early. He can definitely carry the team early. And that's kind of the nice thing about Thor, because he can carry the game early until your hunter or whoever's going to be the main carry for your team can get online, and then you can just go back into a more utility role. Then we got Mjolnir's Attunement. This is a great damage ability, and this is also a good escape ability. So basically, activate Mjolnir's Attunement, you're going to throw the hammer, and then it's going to come back. It hits on both times when it goes up, and you also does double the damage if it hits them coming back. This ability hurts a lot, hits very, very hard, and you can also activate this ability again after you've thrown the hammer out, and you will teleport to wherever the hammer is. So it's good for chasing people down, and it's also good for escaping. You can also throw this through walls to teleport to the other side of walls if you need to also. Then we got Tectonic Rift. This is going to be your stun, and this is also going to put up a wall. So you can either block enemies off, from escaping, from getting to your teammates, but also be wary that it does put up a wall, and just like Ymir's wall, you could screw your teammate over. Just saying. It can happen. Then we got Berserker Barrage. Basically, Thor's just going to spin around. He's going to do damage for each enemy in the AoE around him. Does a pretty good bit of damage too, especially if they stay in it for a little while. This is a very good ability. And then we have Anvil of Dawn. This is a great ganking ability. It's a semi-global ability. And basically, you're going to go up in the air, and you'll get a good vision of the map. This is also a very good ability for scouting out if the enemy team is trying to take an objective. Or if you just don't know where the enemy team is in general, you can go up in the air. You can try to figure out where they are. Let your team know. But you can also activate it again and land. And if there's an enemy in the circle when you land, They're going to be stunned and they're going to take damage. This is a great ability. It has many uses. It's great for ganking. It's great for escaping. It's great for just scouting out the enemy team to see where they are. This ability has a lot of uses. It's a very powerful ability. So as far as what to level up first, you got two options on what to level up first. It just depends on your playstyle. You can either level up Mjolnir's Attunement first or Berserker Barrage. You're going to get a lot more damage out of Mjolnir's Attunement if you level this up first. But you're taking a risk because if you don't hit both times with Mjolnir's Attunement, then you're going to be losing out on a lot of damage. Because if you miss, if the hammer misses one time, then Berserker Barrage is going to do a lot more damage. Berserker Barrage is a lot better if you just want to get the safe guarantee damage in. So it just depends what you like. If you want to take the more damage or the guarantee damage. And then whichever one you don't level up first, you level up the other one second, level up Tectonic Rift last, and you get Anvil of Dawn, just whatever you can. So, with that, before I go, I was going to let y'all know the best combo for Thor, and that is with his ultimate. So when you go up to gank someone with your ultimate, also, I just want to point out, when you use this ultimate, you'll usually want to try to use this ultimate by the Fire Giant or the Gold Fury. That way you can get a really good view. You can either go to either one of the lanes. So you're on Gold Fury side, you can go to the dual lane or the mid lane. If you're with the Fire Giant, you can go to mid lane or soul lane. It's gonna be hard for them to see you there. But be wary though, because if the enemy team's smart, they might ward. They might put wards up in Fire Giant and Gold Fury, and you will be spotted when you go up. But when you use Anvil of Dawn to gank, and you're going for damage, when you land on someone, it's going to stun them. Once you stun them, you want to throw Mjolnir's Attunement. It's going to hit them on the way out. Then instantly, as quickly as you can, use Tectonic Rift. It's going to stun them again. The hammer is going to come back, hit them the second time, and right after you use Tectonic Rift, use Berserker Barrage. Because they're not going to be able to get away from you, and they're going to be stuck in the AoE. So they're going to take damage from Anvil of Dawn. They're going to take both hits from Mjolnir's Attunement, and they're going to take the damage from Berserker Barrage, and they're just going to be dead. Especially early game, they're just going to be dead. So with that, that's going to be the guide for Thor. If anyone wants to see any more guides for Smite, just let me know. Just let me know what y'all want to see, and I'll try to do one. Hope y'all enjoyed. I hope this helped some. And just let me know what y'all think if I missed anything. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day, and have fun.